China has had a long and complex history with India. For centuries, the two countries have shared extensive cultural exchange, dating back to the transmission of Buddhism and early trade relations via the Silk Road. Today, China and India are the world's most populous countries, each with a very strong emerging economy. Today, they're working hard to build strong diplomatic and economic ties, while also continuing to build upon the strong cultural exchange that has been such a significant part of their past. I'm Charlotte Howard, and on today's episode of Rediscovering China, we will follow 4 musicians from India who are here in Beijing to perform at the National Center of Performing Arts, with fellow Chinese musician Liu Nin. Through their visit and the concert, we hope to try to discover how music can create a meaningful cultural dialogue between two countries.
Welcome. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Very nice. Welcome.
Nice to meet you.
From start to the end. Music instruments.
This one.
This is santur, 中国
Can I help you?
印度扬琴。印度扬琴
Can I help you?
Thank you, gentlemen. You are 他的 wife 是 dancer.
For the musicians from India, this is their first visit to China, and the group is immediately taken to Beijing's Central Conservatory of Music, where they will be formally welcomed. Liu Ning is a professor at the conservatory.
Sitar, sitar, mono. Salute.
欢迎您，两个东方
对
中国的
一个对话
扬琴对话
啊，
这是
music dialogue between the two young team. Two young
音
team.
乐是心与心的这种交流和对话。
We will make the bridge of love between
Yeah.
two countries.
Yes, yes.
We will
This
make
is
the
a love.
bridge of two, bridge of two,
我们
bridge of love.
建立桥梁，
Bridge of
是爱的桥梁。 爱的桥梁。This is my
Very
classroom.
good.
Classroom.
Very good.
Please, all the young team.
Very good.
All the young team, all my students from our conservatory, graduate students, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is now. 他们是从印度来的音乐家
Nice.
啊，
Nice, very nice.
印度的民
We have come from India.
啊，他们从印度来啊。这是西塔尔琴、salute 琴、印度扬琴，还有印度大布拉鼓。啊，我们星期日在国家大剧院有一个合作，所以今天刚到过来。
Now we're going to go check in on the musicians in their rehearsal right now. This isn't the first time that they've played together, but they only have 2 days to get ready for Sunday night's performance. In many cases, the rehearsal can be just as interesting to watch as the performance itself, because musicians are getting to know each other, their styles and talents. And in this case, for this group, they're getting to know the instruments that they may not be quite as familiar with and learning to adapt to them. Let's go take a look. So you guys, then you're very used to playing with each other because you're brothers.
Yes.
You've been playing so long together.
Yes.
But what happens when you have to play with someone new, with an
No,
instrument
no problem.
that you don't know, like a Chinese instrument?
But I want to say this one. If artist is better, then no problem to anywhere, any country, anywhere. And I think the Professor Leo is very good artist and good talent. So we have no problem to play with her.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it's been enjoyable for you then.
Yeah,
to work
yes,
with people that are new.
yes.
Okay, great. Well, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
And good luck again. Thank you.
Thank you.
And what has been your experience working with Chinese musicians?
Yeah, it's a very wonderful experience and very different experience because to fuse with a different culture, different music is of course a very rare experience. Liu, she came to India just few months back, and we had a very nice concert, very big concert there in India, and then after that she invited us here.
And as a musician, do you think it's important to share different techniques across countries? Does it help you learn more as a musician?
That is very true, and as a musician, music, you know, is like a culture. So it's always better to have taste, to fuse with the different culture.
And is this your first time here in China?
In China, first time, yes.
And what do you think so far?
It's very beautiful country, and very all the persons are meeting. Since last yesterday I arrived here, and everybody is so beautiful, so friendly, and it's very nice.
Professor Liu Yuening is a well-known Yangqin player and educator. In 2008, she was granted a fellowship by the Ford Foundation to study music and culture in India.
因为印度是一个任何一个艺术家，我认为啊，音乐家所向往的他必须要去的地方。那个地方是个音乐的王国，就像欧洲的 Liszt， 就是像欧洲的匈牙利一样，它是个音乐王国。匈牙利是音乐教育的王国，它的欧洲的这种音乐教育的中心，可以这么说。那么印度就是一个给你很多灵感，给你很多这种音乐的丰富的想象的。和他们讲和神最近的地方在印度，因为印度很多神，那么音乐呢是它很多神的一个很重要的一个地方，所以我就去那儿了。
印度的音乐发展的很高，尤其它的旋律性，因为从人的音乐思维来说，我认为是有3种不同的音乐思维。像中国、印度、阿拉伯，这个印第安人的音乐思维都是平面的、曲线的，这个旋律性为主。这个欧洲的是立体的，以和声性的思维为主；非洲是点状的、动力性的、节奏性思维为主。中国和印度一样。在旋律的发展方面，这个曲调方面非常的丰富多彩。
This is called Daya, right hand. Here I play it right hand. This is called Baya, left hand.
Use the pipa sound.
Left hand.
Pipa sound.
Other tongue.
Now they have the different language, tabla language, like na. If I say na, he will put it na. This is na. Te te. Tunna, dha te te ke te tak, dhere dhere ke te tak, dha dhere ke te tak, tunna ke te tak, dhere 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 dhere
印度人嘛，他很陶醉音乐，他陶醉他的古典，他陶醉他的这个音乐的旋律框架。然后我呢，他觉得中国音乐也太神奇了，因为什么？我还能演奏，不算差啊。所以呢，他们就第一次见识了，说中国扬琴也很 magic， 就他们觉得中国扬琴也这么丰富吗？也很有魔术般的这样的一个魅力。
Having different musical notation systems, the musicians must rely on instinct and feeling to coordinate the Chinese Yangqin with the Indian sarod and sitar.
我觉得像印度，它是一个宗教国家，所以它的音乐体现在哪儿呢？它体现在它的祈祷的一些东西上面，像拉格，像印度音乐两大体系，拉格和塔拉。拉格是什么？就是旋律框架。那天晚上我们的音乐会听到的那样的一个旋律的框架。塔拉是什么？就达布拉鼓的鼓点儿。印度音乐的两大支柱就是旋律的框架和鼓点组成的一个非常斑斓的一个音乐的画面。
所以印度音乐它既有理论也有实践，在世界这个民族音乐当中，它是极为独特的。而且连从50年代以后，印度音乐在欧洲、在美国大量传播，甚至吸引了很多年轻人到印度去学习啊。可是，在印度的话，它虽然没有科举，但是它每一个宫廷里头宫廷的最高领导人是王子嘛啊，它宫廷里头都有这个几十个古典音乐家，几十个古典舞蹈家，这是他们的文化，他们的财富。
And I show all of you. They will make the platform.
Okay,
because
that kind
you know
of.
this platform they can up, but they just this area can up, this down. But if we together, I will here.
The santur seems to be a likely predecessor of the Chinese yangqin. A version of the instrument was first introduced in Iran and later spread to several regions across Asia. In India, the santur was originally called the 100-stringed instrument. Today, the santur is somewhat smaller in size than the Chinese yangqin, but it is the same overall shape and is also played using 2 wooden mallets. The santur is played while sitting and placing it on top of the lap.
我到印度给我一个极大的震撼，啊，印度他的学校里头基本上都是他的传统乐器、传统唱法，钢琴、提琴没有的。当时我都觉得很落后啊，怎么搞的，连钢琴、提琴没有。后来过了3个月，我发现不是他们落后，是他们对自己的东西当作珍宝啊，非常重视。而且他提琴没有，不是没有啊，他提琴变成印度乐器了。他提琴、吉他、曼德林、萨克斯、黑管，你要闭上眼睛，你不相信那是西方乐器，整个印度化了，啊，表面只是表面的形状还是这些西方乐器，它的灵魂完全印度化，啊，所以这个印度这个文化的力量是不得了，它不但保持自己的文化传统，而且把你西方的乐器都同化成印度乐器。
As two instruments that have a shared origin, the sounds of the santur and Chinese yangqin complement each other well. So we're standing here now with Michael Cullinan, who is from Boston, who came to see tonight's performance of both Indian music and Chinese music. Now, are you familiar with Indian music or classical Chinese music in the past?
I have a little experience with Indian music and not so much with Chinese, but they're both very interesting to me because they're very different. So I'm very much looking forward to the show tonight.
And what's your experience with Indian music? What do you know about it?
I took a Indian dance class in college. Didn't learn too much about the music, a lot about the dance. And my brother and his wife went to India and came back with the sarod and tablas. So I'm very interested to see the performance tonight.
Okay, and what do you think are you expecting between the Chinese instruments and the Indian instruments working together? Is this something that interests you?
It interests me because I don't know how they'll work together, but I'm sure they'll pull it off and it will be interesting.
And have you ever heard traditional Chinese music played with traditional Indian music before?
No, this is the first time. This is why I'm very interested to see or to listen.
We're now inside the National Center for Performing Arts for tonight's much anticipated and sold out show featuring Chinese musician Liu Yue-ning and our guests from India. Tonight's show is appropriately entitled A Dialogue Between Two Oriental Countries, and I'm excited to see how the instruments from China and India will sound together in tonight's final performance. So let's head inside and find our seats.
东方与东方相遇，中国和印度相遇啊，所以我觉得是很有意义的。同时，这也是我们中国音乐界的愿望。
Did you think that it was overall successful?
I thought it was fantastic.
And was this your first time listening to either classical Chinese music or classical Indian music?
It wasn't the first time for either, but I hadn't thought of putting them together before, but I thought it worked really well. I thought the tabla worked really well with the yangqin.
我说我是音乐家，不是政治家，啊，我认为，而且我坚信，音乐能带来和平。我是认为是这样，可能少，但是能带来，至少我们能够共享我们两国的音乐，在一个范围当中。
现在更需要是东方和东方的相会，东方和东方相遇。现在我们东方和西方已经学了很多东西了，但是我们自己东方之间应该有更多的交流，也会有更多的收获。对于人民之间，通过音乐呢是最好的了解，可以减轻很多误解。
Together. Very high. This is medium. Yeah, this is medium. Media center. Yeah. This building is very famous during the Olympic game. Yeah.
As you can see, we've now followed the group to the Great Wall. The Great Wall at one point stretched over 8,000 kilometers from end to end and was used as a formidable barrier to keep outside invaders from entering the country. Today, the Great Wall is one of the most popular destinations for foreigners when visiting the country. It's both a symbol of China's long and ancient past, as well as a site for cultural exchange. So let's check in with the musicians and see what they think of the Great Wall.
Okay, come. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So we're here the day after your performance at the Great Wall. You finally have a chance to see some sights.
Yes, yes.
And
yes.
what do you
The
think
whole
of the
day-
Great Wall?
The whole day we are visiting, we are seeing the sightseeing, and well, I'm very happy. And you know, we read about this Great China Wall in our books, in our school books. And today I'm very happy to be here. It's a very historical place. Only thing, it's very chilled here.
It's very cold.
Very cold today, and windy. All the lakes are, you know, everything is freezing. But we are enjoying like anything, so much. It's a great place, nice place.
And what's been your most memorable experience here in
This
China?
is my most memorable experience here. I'm here in just under the Great Wall, China Great Wall, and this is the most memorable experience in China, and I think this is the most memorable experience in my life.
And how was your show last night? Were you happy?
Very happy, very happy, and also I perform in Beijing, and it is a very good chance to see this Great Wall.
Very good.
So we're here at the Great Wall. What do you guys think?
It's very, really we are very happy to look this scenes here, and I think whole world, every person wants to like this, see.
It was our
Great Wall.
dream to see there.
Your dream.
Yes.
So when you go back to India, what will you tell your father? How was China?
It's very fine. It's very fine, and we love. Now we will also love in China. They love our concert very beautifully. They can listen to us, and we are very happy.
绝大部分对中国人是非常友好的，尽管他们这个对中国就是近些年的情况不是很了解，是吧？就像中国对他们也不是很了解一样。但是自古以来，就唐僧这是活生生的榜样啊，对我们这个中国印度友好的一个最伟大的一个使者，我觉得。
As the musicians say their final goodbyes, it is clear that their visit has been successful not only on a professional level, but on a personal level as well. It was meaningful for the Chinese musicians who were finally able to reciprocate the hospitality they experienced abroad by welcoming the group from India and sharing part of China and its culture with them. In today's world of political tensions and economic downturns, it's easy to forget the value and power of the arts. Today's episode exemplified how music can help connect and inspire individuals from around the world. Despite the fact that these musicians come from different countries and have different backgrounds, they found a way to rise above Sino-India political complexities and have found a deep mutual understanding through their shared musical talents. Above all else, through performance, they can promote cross-cultural exchange and communication. I'm Charlotte Howard. Thanks for watching this episode of Rediscovering China. See you next time.